Welcome, everybody, back into the LFC transfer room. Jack, Chris, and Charlie here with you after Liverpool won their group in the Champions League. Group B is Liverpool's the group of death. But it was a phenomenal match, phenomenal performance. Chris, you did the watch along. You actually got to get out of here in a moment, so I'm going to go to you first. No wait. How are your thoughts on the match and how you're feeling after the match?
2 words, mate. Thoroughly professional. Liverpool absolutely dominated Atletico Madrid from start to finish. We're better in every single department. Despite the fact there was a crazy referee who did send an Atletico player off, I'm still not quite sure what for. It didn't have an impact on the game. We were 2-0 up already. We were dominating anyway. Unbelievable performance. I'm in a very, very good way. Happy days. Going to head on to the Anfield agenda, but I hope you guys stay here for now.
Man of the match, Chris, before you dip out of here. Who are you saying?
I'm going to say man of the match. It's between a couple. I think Virgil van Dijk was colossal tonight. Everything that came his way was either pinged out to the right or left-hand side, one in the air. I thought Sadio Mane was unbelievable for the first half. He had to obviously go off. I thought Oxlade-Chamberlain had a very good first half. Didn't have a very good second half, unfortunately. But I'm going to give man of the match to... it's difficult. Alexander-Arnold, 2 assists. Has to be. His two crosses were fantastic. Got a great ovation. I think Nat Phillips' cameo will get overlooked as well. But yeah, what a player he is and what a player Trent Alexander-Arnold is.
Another great Ox performance for you. So you're able to spread that prop a bit more after that match.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, great. Mate. First half especially. The way that he takes on players is different to anyone in our midfield. I think Thiago, when he came on again, was just a class above as well. Like, it's just so sexy to have him back. I was saying on the stream, like, this is pure sex football. Like, it is. Just look at him. Watch him. He is unbelievable. World-class footballer. Generational talent. Unreal. Love him.
Well, Chris, good luck at the Anfield agenda tonight. Thank you very much for joining us for the watch along. Appreciate you all at LFC transfer room. So, Charlie, now that we've gotten the fraud out of here, who's about to leave us, your thoughts?
I'm still here, bitch.
Your thoughts on the match, Charlie, after that one?
Yeah, it was good. Do you know what? It was before the sending off. It was really enjoyable as a football fan. And then once the sending off happened, it was very, Atletico trying to hold out and Liverpool trying not to risk any injuries, nothing crazy. There was a few good saves that All Black made, but I don't really think there was a big chance. Apart from maybe this Salah one, which he should have squared to Jota, there wasn't really a major chance that I think, we went by. But look, it was a good game. I don't agree with Chris's man of the match. I think Jordan Henderson had a very, very good game. That has went under the radar. I think he dictated play. He swept up well. But yeah, Trent played good. Don't get me wrong. The first assist was unbelievable, out of this world. The second assist, was it really assist? Was it really an assist? Who knows? But yeah, so it was a good game. I enjoyed it.
It was a good game. I 100% agree with Anthony's assessment. Second half, it was just, Klopp doesn't want to bury goals past a team, especially when, 2-0 wins you the group. And you don't want to further aggravate Atletico. I'm interested in your thoughts on their antics, because how much do you hate Atletico is I'll frame the question. I personally, if there was a better rivalry isn't that huge, but I hate them more than almost anybody else.
Yeah, look, it's a very Spanish club thing, isn't it? Theatrics are a thing everywhere, but in Spain especially, they play on it a lot. I'm happy that the referee didn't stand for it because in the first leg, I think the first game against them in the group, the referee really, he was siding with Atletico a lot. But this one, I think the referee did well. Again, I'm sure we'll get into the red card. But it just drives me crazy. The Rodrigo de Paul one, where Jordan Henderson tapped his toe and he went down like he'd legitimately broke his leg. There should be punishment after that because you're deceiving the referee. It is a dive because the damage, no damage has been caused to like what you're doing. So yeah, I hate their antics. I like some of the players, but it's the way Simeone coaches his side to be. It's just not my cup of tea, and I would hate it if Liverpool played like that.
Would you hate it like that? Because I view Atletico kind of like a Diego Costa. He played there for a little while, where it's like you hate him if he's against you, but you love him if you're on your team. I view Suarez kind of in a very similar, where he had these antics where some very bad, some good, where it's like he gets players riled up, but when he's with you, you love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a give and take, but I feel like Suarez, when he was at Liverpool, did it at certain times when it was needed. Whereas Atletico just do it every single game, every single foul. And Barcelona as well. Barcelona do it so much. Like, them two teams have mastered, hassling the referee. And it's just annoying. Like,
yeah.
I like it to a certain point, but not when you're doing it every couple of seconds.
Yeah, I think that Liverpool handled themselves pretty well, all things considered. With that. I mean, I imagine I want to 2-foot some of them. That'd be pretty fun to see how they actually react.
Yeah, I know.
A bit of a tough challenge. But no, so I think Atletico and Liverpool both favored the 2-0 because Atletico knew that if they riled the beast a bit more, Liverpool might put 3 or 4 more past them. And goal difference matters for them because they're third in the group right now. They have a -2 goal difference, Porto -3, Milan -3. And they know that if someone's to get out of the group in that second spot, it may come down to goal difference. Or does head-to-head trump goal difference in the Champions League?
Head-to-head trumps it completely.
Really?
Yeah. So the commentators actually said it. They confirmed that. The commentators didn't say it. It got me mad. Sorry, I'm like in two minds at the moment.
Mhm.
The commentators said that like the goal difference matters for Atletico. It doesn't.
I'm waffling.
Because
I'm waffling.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for them at all because we're top of the group. We finished top of the group. With 2 games left, no one can catch us. The goal difference would it wouldn't even matter because obviously head-to-head works. Like if we beat them 2-1 and they beat us 3-1 and we were tied, they would win because they had won 3-1. So it's it doesn't matter at all. We're the main point. We're top of the group and we've got 2 games left to go, so we have a little rest.
I want to head on looking forward in the Champions League in a moment, but let's repeat. Who did you have as your man of the match?
At Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think I went with Sadio Mane, who he only lasted 45 minutes, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Played a huge part, in the match. Earned the red card for Atletico, which won the match. Scored the second goal. He looked tremendous. Him at that level is very, very hard to stop. And I think that he looked really, really good. So I think going forward in these last 2 matches, how many senior players are you playing against the 2 remaining sides, Porto, which is at home, versus Milan away?
Look, I don't think you go completely, I don't think you just say, oh, here's the Carabao Cup side. I think you play the likes of Joe Gomez if he's fine. You maybe play Kelleher, why not? I think Tsimikas probably plays the final 2 Champions League games. You know what? I can see Tyler Morton playing as well. I think he'll be maybe given a chance. And then you'll have Taki up with maybe Mane or Firmino. It's not going to be a side that we're rolling up to the Carabao Cup in. We're going to actually try and win the final 2 games because look, we've got 100. We're still unbeaten, so we've got 100% record in the Champions League, and obviously that's something that motivates the players and Klopp. So I don't think they're going to give that up so easy.
This is a question we had at halftime between Chris and I. Kostas Tsimikas, Andrew Robertson. It's an interesting one. He looked good today. I think Tsimikas did. He had some really good deliveries. I think he on a different day could have had 1 or 2 assists.
Yeah, 100%. Manny probably should have scored his one that he crossed in. I don't know. I'm in two minds because I don't think you can just drop Robertson. You know, he's been the best left back in the world for 2-3 years now. He gives so much to the club. I think you sort of keep them swapping over. I think you give Simicast the final two Champions League games or the cup games, and if Robbo is still, performing at a subpar level for the next maybe 3-4 Premier League games, then you say, okay, look, we're gonna have to. Because at the moment, this is where Robertson should be kicking on. He has competition. It's not a nailed on place anymore. His role. So Robertson should be like, oh, like crap. I've got to get things together now and prove me worth to the club, because the other years I've only had James Milner or Alberto Moreno challenging me. So yeah, but I'm sticking with Robbo. But I'm giving him that just because how good he has been for years now.
So I'm interested in looking at when you had this group at the beginning, Porto as your pot 3, Milan as your pot 4 teams, with Atletico, who are a tremendous side. Were they the pot 1? I believe they were the pot 1. Liverpool were pot 2.
Yeah.
With how you view this whole group of death, 13 goals and 4 wins later, 4 wins for the first time through the first 4 matches in Liverpool's Champions League history. I mean, have gone much better. I'm interested in, did you expect this kind of dominance?
Do you know what? I went into this group feeling really confident, because a lot of people were calling it the group of death, but I was confident that we beat Atletico both times. I think it was a complete different situation going into the round of 16 game, was it last year, or quarterfinals, whatever we lost to them last 2 seasons ago. Sorry,
round of 16 when we got Atletico.
Yeah, round of 16. It's a completely different situation to when we lost to them there. So I wasn't worried. Porto, we smash every time we played them, and AC Milan and not the club that they used to be. So I was going into this group fully expecting us to top it, and Liverpool have proved me right, and we've topped it, with 2 games left.
So up next, West Ham. Kind of question here. Oxlade-Chamberlain, really good performer today. Him and Firmino, I think both were. Firmino definitely was taken off because of injury.
Firmino come on and then straight away he didn't even wait. I think he went straight down a tunnel as well.
Yeah, I'm really interested in what happened there. But what carryover do you expect? I think you got to have Thiago in there. Got to give him a start. I think Fabinho, same with him. What do you anticipate for looking forward against West Ham?
I don't think he's going to rush Thiago back. I think Fabinho looks solid and he looked his usual self. I think the midfield 3 is going to be the exact same as it was today. Ox, Fabinho, Henderson. Maybe Curtis Jones. To be fair, Ox went off injured, so it'll either be Ox or Curtis Jones, in my opinion, anyway.
It was up there in the air if it was an injury or not, because he kind of had coming together. I think it was with Carrasco. Kind of felt a bit awkward for a little while, and then he did eventually come off.
Yeah, he played on for like 5-10 minutes and then ended up going off. But, with the midfield situation, obviously we've got 2 coming back, but we don't want, Ox then being out for long. Obviously, Keita looks like it's a bad injury. So I think if it didn't look like an injury, it just looked like a bit of discomfort. I feel like they would have taken him off if it was worse. Like taking him off as soon as it happened. So hopefully that's a good sign, and it's just a bit of pain in his leg.
Well, in terms of injuries, Liverpool, after the West Ham match, is the international break. So if you're going to pick up 1 or 2 knocks like this, I think the best time to do it is when you have a bit of a break afterwards. So, I think that about wraps it up. Charlie, any last thoughts on the match before we get on out of here?
Nah, thought it was a good game by everyone involved. A bit boring towards the end, but shame not to see Salah score either. But top of the group with 2 games left, really can't complain, can you? 100% record still going, and 2 Trent assists.
Last thing I'll say, I think, is looking elsewhere. Now we can start looking at who finishes second in other groups. as potential matchups. Currently, there's 6 other options: Lille, Villarreal, Barcelona, Inter, Dortmund, and PSG. I think there's an obvious team you wouldn't want to face, and that's PSG.
I'd love to face PSG. I love playing
First
hard
round.
teams in the Champions League.
First round.
Yeah. I think Matty feels the same with me. I think we've talked about this before. I absolutely love playing like top teams in the Champions League. I think if you're going to win it, go all out and
Yeah.
beat the best teams. Like, I imagine if we win this from here, we play PSG in the round of 16. We play Man City in the quarters. We play Real Madrid in the semis, and then beat Bayern Munich in the final. Like, we've come out of the group of death, and then we've won it. Like, it'd be a legendary Champions League campaign ever. One of the most legendaries. Like, and the thing is, like, you're only in these games for a certain. You can get knocked out straight away, and then that's your Champions League campaign over. But I would prefer. I love it, like the fact that we can have a big upset, or have a memorable night. I'd rather have like a 2-1 win against Bayern Munich that we've gone through than a 5-0 against Porto, for instance. Like, in the long run, what are we going to remember more? But I'd love PSG. I think it'd be sick.
This kind of group performance really makes you optimistic, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's. I still don't think we're performing as good as we can. I think there's a lot of room for improvement in the defense and in the midfield. And if we start playing like we did as a team before obviously COVID hit and the title winning season, I think we could win every competition we're in comfortably.
It's an exciting feeling. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as Liverpool and ourselves embark on this journey. Charlie, thanks for the time as always. Good luck with the rest of the website stuff. Make sure to go check us out, si.com. If you do LFCTransferroom.com, I believe it sends you to the si.com. What's the best place to get to the website, Charlie?
Yeah, just type in LFCTransferroom.com, takes you there, or Sports Illustrated Liverpool, and it'll take you right there too.
Thanks, Charlie. I've been Jack. This has been LFC Transfer Room. Make sure to follow us on every platform, especially YouTube. A lot of great content coming up there. Daily streams is the goal ahead of the next few weeks. So that's going to do it.